Good morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 348. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is in many ways a continuation from our lesson yesterday. Yesterday's lesson was about anger, that anger comes from judgment, and judgment is the weapon I use against myself to keep miracles away from me. Today's lesson is I have no cause. I have no cause for anger or for fear for you, capital Y, you, God, Father, surround me, and in every need that I perceive, your grace suffices me. Miracles contain the gift of grace. So all of the miracles that you bestow upon me, Father, they suffice. They are enough. They bring me exactly everything that I could ever want or need. Your miracles, your grace suffices me. The lesson begins with a very familiar phrase. Perhaps it's a request. I think it is that it is. Let me remember, Father. Let me remember that you are here and I am not alone. Let me remember is a phrase that appears many times throughout the workbook. It is something that we are asking for. It's a familiar request. Let me remember. Let me remember I am one with God. But we also are told in many ways in other lessons in part 1 of the workbook that you, Father, and I are intertwined, and I cannot be apart from you. Let me remember you are here. But early on in the workbook, it was God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. I couldn't be any closer to God, nor He closer to me than by having God in my mind. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. The lesson continues, surrounding me is everlasting love. God goes with me wherever I go. I love that lesson. And the beginning of that lesson says that today's idea will eventually overcome completely the sense of loneliness and abandonment all the separated ones experience. Let me remember that God is with me wherever I go. I cannot be alone. I have no cause for anger or for fear because you, Father, surround me. You are here with me. You are in my mind. How? How could I possibly be afraid? Let me remember that. The lesson continues, I have no cause for anything except the perfect peace and joy I share with you. God's peace and joy are mine. What need have I for anger or for fear? Surrounding me is perfect safety. Can I be afraid when your eternal promise goes with me? Your promise you have given me. The promise you have given me is that indeed, I will remember who I am, and yes, I will come home. I will return. I will return home to you, Father. That is God's promise to all of us, and God always keeps His promises. Surrounding me is perfect sinlessness. What can I fear when you created me in holiness as perfect as your own? We are the extension of God. So, as I've said so many times, we contain every attribute, every characteristic from our Father, from our Creator, our source. We were created in holiness and perfect peace and joy. This is who we are. This is who we will remain. Let me remember I am one with you, Father. Let me remember who I really am. Let me remember I am not alone, nor can I be. God's grace suffices us in everything that He would have us do. Again, we can go back to the lesson of the questions, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? God's grace suffices us in everything. His miracles show us the way. They show us the way of what to do here so that we will remember the way home, and we will find our way home. And only that we choose to be our will as well as His. God's will for us is perfect peace. God's will for us is perfect joy and happiness. We choose that our will is the same as God's. It is. We choose to remember that. Let me remember, Father, that you are here and I am not alone. That's it for today. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please say hi to Buster. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Again, I love the comments. And we are praying to remember. We are praying to remember that we already have everything that we could possibly need. Your grace suffices us, Father. I hope you're here tomorrow. Namaste.